That's how you do a freaking Spider-Man movie, dude.
Okay, stop. It wasn't that good, okay? You know what?
Are you kidding me?
Welcome, everybody. This is FMJ. My name is Victor. I'm joined with my two other colleagues who are going to be joining me doing these reviews in a while. For the time being, Lewis is going to be joining me. What's up?
Hey.
And Josue, who's also joining me.
Hi.
Our first ever review. We should mention that.
This is the first one.
We'll see where this goes.
Because May was a big thing. It was like a lot of good movies are coming out in May, and we're just like, let's do it. This is the May.
All right. We're here to review The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yes, number 2.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this one picks up right after the first one, a couple months right after the first one. In this setting, Spider-Man he's been Spider-Man for a while. There's some drama with Gwen Stacy. Andrew Garfield comes back as Spider-Man. He's amazing, man. And that's kind of...
No pun intended.
That's no pun intended, but yeah, he's amazing.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean,
Spider-Man is amazing.
On that point, I will say one of the things that I love about this. Okay, the first Spider-Man movie, the first Amazing Spider-Man, I didn't like it. I very much disliked it. The more I think about it, I think I might hate it. This movie I loved. Like, this is more of a Spider-Man movie to me, and part of it is Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Like, in the first movie, he was like very like quirky. He wasn't even so much a nerd. He was like more of like this like socially awkward outcast, and it wasn't even socially awkward. It was like the way he was playing it. It was like some, autistic kid with like Asperger's or something. And I just hated that performance, like the way he like delivered lines and the way he like his head would like quirkily like bob around. But in this, he like stopped all that. Like now he feels like a genuine person, and now
he's gained confidence.
Like the tons of confidence.
Peter Parker in the sense...
Having a girlfriend does that to you.
Both actor-wise, because they are boyfriend and girlfriend in real life too.
Spider-Man is witty and, cocky, and just
clever,
like the first one.
Very clever.
Like the whole movie, I was laughing more at this Spider-Man than any other Spider-Man I've ever seen.
That's the thing with the original trilogy. The original... No, but the original trilogy.
Yeah, with Tobey Maguire.
It's like Spider-Man was pretty silent in that one, and like...
Spider-Man cried in the first trilogy.
Yeah, and like with this one, he actually does feel like Spider-Man, which is what I love about this movie, is that it's an actual Spider-Man movie with Spider-Man. He's witty. He's delivering those one-liners. He's, making fun of the villains as he's fighting them. He's genuinely funny, and he's good. He's funny.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx was the main villain, Electro.
Yes, that was more than half the movie.
I didn't care for that. Because they could have gotten anybody to do it, but instead they get Jamie Foxx, which he's done. I feel that Jamie Foxx wasn't used full potential because he's a good actor. If you ever seen his other movies, he's a really good actor. But they use him for Electro, which is like he's off as this character you're supposed to feel sorry about, like throughout the whole thing, and you're waiting for him to become Electro because you're just sad of seeing him that he's pushed around his character.
Yeah,
he's you're like, what the hell?
He's invisible. Seriously.
Not only
that was the point of his character arc, though, is that he was this guy who was very dweeby. He's very, he's a pathetic loser, and then he gets like this like superpower, like this ultra power that makes him godlike, and that was his transition. That, the basic characteristics of him, like his character traits, still bleed through. Like one of my favorite scenes, and it isn't much of a spoiler, so don't worry about it, but you also know that another villain who's in this movie is the Green Goblin, and the way those two meet, where Goblin has to like go to Electro, and how he's like, one of my favorite scenes, like, I need you, and then it plays on him.
It's very emotional.
I love that scene.
He's been in those situations.
It's like we've both been thrown away, and then Electro is just like, you need me? Because he's like, no one's ever needed him before. He's always been like a loser who like no one even notices, and now he's being needed, and that's what calls him into battle. I
think a lot of people were worried about this one in particular because they had the poster of it just showed 3 villains, which was Rhino, Green Goblin, and Electro, and they would feel like, oh, it's just like 3. Are you kidding me? You're gonna have all these villains in there?
Yeah, that was one of the things I was worried about in watching all these trailers. Which, by the way, those trailers
give too much.
They give everything away. Like, don't worry, the movie's still good. You still like seeing Spider-Man like swing through the city and fight. All those action scenes, they're still good on their own, in context.
Those action scenes are beasts.
Yeah.
Man.
Except
camera angles were awesome, too.
Man.
They were just perfect.
Yeah, and that's when seeing all those trailers, which, by the way, they do reveal way too much. Like, practically everything. But don't worry, the movie's still good though. Like you still get to see Spidey swing around all those action scenes, which are just like you said, beast. Like they're amazing.
Those. I'm like, if not the story itself, like those scenes are the best things of the whole movie. Even the intro.
Yeah, except the only problem is like you've seen all of it in the trailers already. But in seeing those, all the promos and all the ads and stuff, it's like I did worry because at first it was like, oh, okay, it's Spidey and Electro. In the first movie it was Spidey and the Lizard, and now it's Spidey and Electro. Okay, Green Goblin's in it too.
Yeah.
Okay, and a Rhino. And it's like, 3 villains. Like it usually never balances out. Like we should have learned from Spider-Man 3, but
it wasn't long. If they were gonna do it thoroughly with each single villain, the movie would have been a lot longer, which is only 2.
It's already 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, that's including credits, so basically 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours.
Yeah, but that was one of the things I was worried about. It's like you're cramming in all this stuff, like a sequel to like Peter's story and how he's dealing, and the relationship between him and Gwen, and then him and Harry, who's like his best friend, and then him and dealing with each of these villains. It's like, how are they going to balance all this out? And they do. They balance it out.
I feel that they overwhelmed Peter Parker with all this stuff because he has to deal with his parents.
Yeah.
Which was kind of weird for me because we already know what his parents were about. It's like Oscorp is bad. That's it. Like that's all they have to do. That's basically what Peter's dad was all about. Is like trying to reveal that Oscorp is using all this technology for war and warheads and all that crap.
Yeah, but you still don't really find out what happened to his parents. Like with that first movie, the way they promoted it, it was like the untold story, of his parents, and we never even got that. Like, well, what exactly happened to his parents? And this one, the movie opens up with what happened to his parents,
and that's it. And then you never hear, like, well, you do kind of.
No, it comes back. It ties into the story. Yeah. It kind of ties into the narrative. Not spoiling it. How Peter becomes Spider-Man. Dating back from the first movie,
it's because
it ties back with his dad, and the way they did that was really clever, and I really liked it. And yeah, that was pretty really cool.
He's dealing with a lot of stuff, and we see more about Peter Parker than we do with Spider-Man because he's dealing with all the stuff that he's got to do with his relationship with Gwen and his parents. The ending was amazing. Big plot twist that you did not see coming. Well, people who did not read the comics did not see coming.
I think even people who didn't read the comic books, though, can sort of see it coming.
We won't say it.
Because
I hated it.
It
sucked.
We're not going to go through.
We're not going to say. We're not going to say what.
I'll say you can see it coming because the movie also, after, the parents scene and then Spidey swinging around in that chase scene, which is amazing, by the way, a really amazing chase scene. Gwen is delivering a speech in her valedictorian high school, and then it's like, really? Like, the speech totally foreshadows what's going to happen. So, but it's still effective, though, even though you do see it coming. Like, for me, I already knew ahead of time, but it's still effective when it happens, and you still feel that emotional impact. And just so much of the movie is emotional, too. So.
That's what, and usually they are. So, and we know that the Sinister Six will be coming in the next movie.
Yeah, they will.
And
I mean, I know you, in relating to the Sinister Six, I remember that you had a problem with the Rhino and how he was handled in this movie.
I think the way he was handled and just the design of it was kind of weird for me because usually if you read the comics and you've played the games, if you've seen certain things in the cartoons, he's not depicted as what I thought he would be, as like a giant guy in a
machine.
He wasn't, but it seemed like the hands are paws, and it was just like, oh, that's kind of dumb because I get it. It's that way he could run and all that. Okay, so I guess that means that we're going to be wrapping it up right now. So skip it, ticket. What do you guys say? Are you really good? Did you guys were down with it? Would you like it?
I loved it a lot more than the first movie because that first movie sucked. This is a Spider-Man movie, so definitely go see it if you're a fan of Spider-Man.
Get it on Blu-ray. This is really good.
I say you should see it. 2 reasons why. Gwen Stacy and Felicia. Basically.
Felicia, we didn't even go into Felicia. That's cool though.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, we'll keep this in because we're not that much over time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way the Rhino was set up, it alludes to future movies. So like this isn't the last one, and they present that, which is why some people might have a problem with how the Green Goblin becomes the Green Goblin. Yeah. But for me, no, because that's not his only fight he's gonna have with Spider-Man. Like the way they end the movie, it's like yeah, they're setting up for a Sinister Six movie. So you're gonna see, if you think you didn't see enough Rhino, you will see more Rhino. You will see more conflict between Harry as the Green Goblin and Peter as Spider-Man.
And I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. So that's it. So we all agree that it was a great movie to see. A lot better than the first one. And with that, we're going to have to let you guys go. Stay tuned we're going to be reviewing Godzilla next, hopefully early, since me and Lewis have early screen passes. We'll be seeing that early. So expect that. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe, like and share with your friends, and we'll be putting all descriptions below. This is Victor, along with Lewis and Osway, and we'll see you on the next one, man.